Hi everybody, Natasha Wilkinson, Independent Sensory Consultant, Mount Isa, Australia. Now, hubby is at work, most of the kids are at school except for the baby. While he is down asleep in the bedroom, I thought would be the perfect time to come on and do what I have been warming. Now, I am doing it a little bit early because most of what I have been warming and enjoying have been Bring Back My Bar or the Paradise Collection. So I wanted to give you my warm review on these while they are still available for purchase. So we will go through my basket of what I have been warming now, because Bring Back My Bar ends at the end of this month, so you have roughly a week left to pick up some of these Bring Back My Bar scents. And the Paradise Collection is a limited time only product, which means once they sell out and will not be available anymore. So while you've still got the chance to add them to Sensi Club and pick them up, I thought would be the perfect time to do my warming reviews on these. Saying that, let's delve into what I have been warming. Obviously there are a few other products as well, so we, as per usual, will go through my non-wax products. So, Christmas time, they brought out a holiday collection cleaning bundle in Very Snowy Spruce. I've gone through a Canter Clean and a dish soap in this. I love this scent. It is a very sweet, woodsy tree scent, and when it comes to woodsy scents, I do like them to have a bit of a sweetness to it, which is why I love this scent. I'm not into the really earthy green notes, but when they've got a sweetness like they do in Very Snowy Spruce, I really enjoy it. And I really enjoy the limited time only cleaning packages, as I said before, because they have such beautiful detail on their packaging, so it's enjoyable picking up something that smells beautiful and looks pretty at the same time. Now, if you're wondering why my dish soap pump looks a little probably different to what you would purchase from Sensi, it doesn't come with this pump. I've actually taken this off our ScentSoft because I don't do the dishes at home. My children's job for their pocket money, one of their jobs is to wash the dishes after dinner. And the 8-year-old is he's 10, not 8. Sorry. The 10-year-old is very generous with how much liquid he uses. So I find popping the pump on here makes a little bit less of a mess, but it also controls how much he is actually using when he's washing, so he is not wasting the product. So, still got a bit of the laundry liquid left, but I have finished up the 2 washer whiffs that came with our Paradise Collection cleaning bundle. This unfortunately has already sold out, so it is not available anymore. This was in the fragrance Fiji flower, so you can still get the pods, you can still get the fragrance flower, you can still get the scent circle, you can still get the bar in this fragrance. You just can't get the laundry bundle anymore. And this is a very sweet, fruity floral. In the washer whiffs, throwing things there. In the washer whiffs, I got more of that fruity apple note, but in the bar and the pods, I'm picking up more of the floral, whereas I'm picking up the apple and the fruity notes in the washer whiffs. Very pretty. I will say though, with this particular laundry bundle, it went in fine. I could smell it coming out of the laundry. Smelt beautiful, but as they dried on the line, the scent diminished somewhat. So I was a little bit more heavy-handed with my washer whiffs, which I generally am because I like to smell the product, so I could still smell it after it dried. So that's probably why I ran out a lot quicker than I did of the laundry liquid, but I still enjoyed it while I had it. So cotton cleanups, I've gone through a whole packet of them. My favourite friend of late. They make cleaning out my warmers so easy. I finished up a watermelon tangerine body wash. I enjoyed it, but it's very summery, very sweet. I kind of enjoyed jammy time body wash a little bit more, to be honest with you, so I'll probably pick up another one of them. I just think for this time of year, it is the wrong scent for me. I am very seasonal when it comes to my home fragrance, and this would be something I'd probably break out more in the summertime rather than in the winter time here. So my kids have been trashing their rooms lately, and I decided I wanted to go on a bit of a cleaning spritz. And I have done the boys' room. I've still got to get to my daughter's room. Her idea of cleaning her room was to shove everything under her bed. But saying that, I noticed when I was cleaning the boys' room, my son's Jack's Obsession Buddy, the scent pack, had lost its fragrance. So when they brought the buddies and the scent packs out, I did pick up a spare Jack's Obsession scent pack, which is now in his buddy. I think I picked up more than one spare scent pack, but obviously I only picked up one. So I've used up my last Jack's Obsession scent pack and refreshed my son's Jack Skellington buddy with it. So I do believe, no, green light bulb I had in the Stargaze diffuser. I replaced it out for a clear one, which is what it originally comes with. I do enjoy the green better in there, but I need to pick up another green light bulb to put in that Stargaze diffuser because it's just not as bright, and the Stargaze diffuser is in my bedroom. So I find with the green light bulbs, my husband won't turn them off through the night because they don't bother him. But when I've got the warmers with the clear light bulbs, which are a little bit brighter, he has to have them off at the night time to sleep. So now we can delve into our wax. So I have got notes here on my thoughts of the Bring Back My Bar and what I have been warming. So let's talk about caramel sugar cone. So I had caramel sugar cone going in the lounge room and kitchen in my open concept area, and it was put into my Cinderella element warmer, my last year's Scentsy family reunion perspective warmer, which is a light glowed warmer. In the kitchen, it was in the Jack's Obsession warmer, and I had it also in the To All a Good Night mini warmer the first day. And that was because a lot of my warmers that I displayed through my lounge room were packed up, ready to put on display at a market event I was holding. So the first day, it was strong, it was sweet, it was rich, it was decadent, it was gorgeous. You do have to like sweet, caramelly scents to like this. and it actually reminded me a lot of caramel apple craze, which came in our harvest collection hen. So, and I have smelt the wax before, but it is a wax that is only available usually in winter time in region 1, but I have smelt that wax before, and this is what caramel sugar cone reminded me of. Caramel apple craze without the apple note. So it definitely filled the room. Lasted for me about 2 days. Saying that, I'm a stay-at-home mum, I'm home all the time, so usually between the 2nd and 3rd day I tend to go a bit nose blind to some scents, and I'm thinking I can't smell scents, and I have visitors come and still smell them when I'm thinking I can't smell particular scents. Now, after I finished the markets in the 2nd day, what I then did was, because this was still going, I still wanted to enjoy it, but I had my other warmers back up in the lounge room. I kind of had in alternating warmers. I finished off Dulce de Leche, which was from not this Bring Back My Bar, the previous Bring Back My Bar. And Dulce de Leche is basically a creme brulee type scent. So that was caramel sugar cone. The next one we're going to talk about is crumb top. Talk about a scent memory, if ever there was one, for me anyway. So crumb top to me smells like my childhood, where I would go visit my grandparents, and it was my grandfather's job of a morning to cook porridge for everyone for breakfast, and it smells like the porridge he used to make. I don't know what it is about grandparents cooking, but it always smells better than your own cooking, and you always get those scent memories ingrained of specific dishes. And when I smell this, this is what I smell. So I had this in my open concept area, the lounge room, used the whole bar, as you can see. I had it across the Cinderella warmer, the perspective warmer, my Himalayan salt lamp warmer, and my incentive star warmer, which gets gifted to you as a consultant if you reach sensational start level 2. So it was spread across those warmers. I loved it, really, really loved it, but I will say it wasn't particularly strong. I wanted it to be stronger, but it hummed in the background, giving me that gorgeous caramel oaty, brown sugar oaty fragrance, and that beautiful scent memory. I immediately went in and upped the amount I have in my Scentsy Club. I had 1 in my Scentsy Club. It's now up to 2. And I think for this, next time I would probably warm 2 bars at a time, not 1. But I really love it. I am going to have it for life in my Scentsy Club. By far, it so far was my most favourite of all the Bring Back My Bars that have come out this Bring Back My Bar segment. So the next one we're going to talk about is Vanilla Ode, and this one I actually warmed in my bedroom because to me it didn't smell very strong in the clamshell, and I didn't know how it would perform in open concept. So Vanilla Ode I had in my Nova warmer, my Wings warmer, and my Stitch warmer that is in the bedroom. To me, it is a soft, woody, masculine scent with just that slight sweetness of the vanilla. Reminds me a little bit of Pacific sandalwood, but a little bit more deeper, a little bit more masculine than Pacific sandalwood. And I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. This one is also in my Scentsy Club. Lasted about 2 days in my bedroom. And I forgot to tell you how long I got out of Crumb Top. For me, Crumb Top lasted about 3 days, but on day 3 I got more of a burnt brown sugary note. So, currently I have Vanilla Ode, Caramel Sugar Tone, and multiple of Crumb Top in my Scentsy Club. They won't be going anywhere at this stage because I still want more of them. So, the next one I'm going to talk about is apple butter frosting. This was a little bit of a disappointment to me, and it wasn't a disappointment in what I would have thought the fragrance would be. It was a disappointment because I think I got given, or it's obvious I got given, because you can tell they're transitioning the bars out. If you see with Crumb Top, if that shows, if my camera focuses, with your scent families on the back, it's not going to focus. And they're slowly transitioning them out. I'm not using the older package for other ones, but this one was sitting in the warehouse for a while. It came yellowed like that. You can see where the oils have leached out and dried up on the edge. So I got given an older bar, and a lot of the fragrance had leached out of this, leaving only a burnt butter smell. All the other scents, the cinnamon, the apple, were rarely undetectable. I got a little bit of the cinnamon, and from all the reviews I've heard and read, this is supposed to be an amazing scent. It was the one I was looking forward to most. I do have it in my Scentsy Club. It's due to ship not next month, the month after. So I'm hoping with the next one I get a bit of a newer bar and that it hasn't lost its scent, so I can actually experience what apple butter frosting is actually meant to smell like. So when I warmed this, I did still warm it. I warmed it in my bedroom in the Nova, the Wings, the Stitch, and the Villains warmer. And I got just the burnt butter because that was basically all that was left of the scent notes. Everything had leached out into the bar and had gone because it was such a old bar. So I wanted to try and bring something more than the burnt butter into this, what I would typically smell, the apple, that rich butter frosting, the cinnamon. So what I did was I still had 1 bar of appleberry left from our harvest collection last year. So I had 2 cubes to 1 cube in the Nova and the Wings warmer of appleberry, just to try and bring a bit of that apple flavour back into the apple butter frosting. And it did then kind of add that bit of fruitiness that was supposed to be in there and make it smell a little bit more than just burnt butter. So that's basically what I did with apple butter frosting. Now, as I said, I'm not ready to take apple butter frosting out of my scent club yet because I want to smell what it's meant to smell like when it's not an old bar. So the next bring back my bar I went through, this was in the open concept area, Pretty in Plum, and I had that in the Cinderella, the Salt Himalayan Lamp, Jack Skellington, my succulent warmer. I did it through the kitchen and the lounge room. So Cinderella, Himalayan salt, Jack Skellington, succulent. And then in my perspective warmer, which is a smaller warmer, my mini hoot warmer, my mini to all a good night warmer, and I think the sensational start warmer. I did 1 cube each of sweet plum pastry to complement pretty and plum. So when I smell pretty and plum, the first thing I get is that black coconut note. It is very coconutty and it's a very dark, deep plum, which is why I mixed it with sweet plum pastry. I love plum scents, but I love the sweetness you get with plums, so I wanted some of that sweetness to come through because it just wasn't sweet enough for me. This is in my Scentsy Club. I think I might be taking this one out of my Scentsy Club. I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it. To me, it's not a club-worthy bar. I might pick up 1 or 2 bars just to have as a mix with sweet plum pastry. But it wasn't my favourite out of the bring back my bars. So, and the last of the bring back my bars I've warmed, as I've only gone through 6 of the 12 so far. I've gone through 4 cubes of blueberry rush, and this was placed in my son's room. Now, the reason I put it in my son's room is, to me, this bar is something I would typically be in a seasonal warmer, not warm in an open concept area or my main room this time of year, because I'm in my winter. I'm reaching for those warm, comforting bakery scents. I could quite happily see myself warming it in my daughter's room because I look for those sweet berry girly scents in her room. But to me, this is a summer scent more than anything if I were to warm it in the main rooms of the house. So it was put in my boys' room, which is why only half a bar was used. Typically, the boys' room and my daughter's room, I only use half a bar at a time. My boys have a mini Jack Skellington warmer, a Darth Vader warmer, and the Baby Yoda warmer. So I had 2 cubes in Baby warmer, 1 cube in the Jack Mini Skellington warmer, and 1 cube in the Darth Vader warmer. I could fit more in the Darth Vader warmer, but they also have a lovebird and a budgie in that room, and I don't want to overpower the room with too much scent and knock the birds out. Not that they would knock the birds out. The birds don't seem to get affected by the scent, but I still want to respect the area our birds are in. So, to me, this gave me vibes of Berry Bright mixed with Ursula. You got that sweet, summery blueberries and that brightness of Ursula. So, going forward, I think it would be a scent for my daughter's room more than the boys' room. The cubes were only half melted and it filled the room. So it starts off really strong, so I could see it starting off really strong in an open concept area. But then as those top notes wore off, the scent muted down. So you could still smell it in their room, but it was a lot less muter than when it was actually with the top notes warming, and more of a hum in the background, which is why I think it will remain a scent for my daughter's room. Is in my Scentsy Club. Probably won't stay in my Scentsy Club forever. Probably grab a couple of rounds just to keep for my daughter's room. And a couple maybe to try in the open concept area just to see how it goes, but that won't be till summertime that I would try that. So they were the Bring Back My Bars that I have tried and my warming review. I probably got about 2-3 days again with Very Bright. So here is a couple of the Paradise collection. My last what I have been warming, I gave you my warming review on coconut daiquiri. I went through that in my last warming review. So blue agave and melon I had going through the laundry area with the pods. And I was expecting it to be more greener, being a cactus agave plant, but that kiwi fruit in it actually adds a really pretty, fresh sweetness to it. So I'm getting clean, fresh, and sweet when I smell this, and it's quite strong, even without the pods going, because I had the pods going at the same time. I get really good performance, lasts about 3 days in that laundry area. Wouldn't be one I would typically warm this type of year in an open concept area, and I don't know if I would warm it in an open concept area in general. I really like this one for where I had it, bathroom and laundry. To me, this is the type of scent I would reach for a bathroom and laundry. So, Fiji flower I warmed in my bedroom, and on cold, I love this. I love it. On warming, I got nothing. I had to stick my nose over the warmer to smell it. It was light. It's in my Scentsy Club. I am going to pick up another one and try it again. Usually when I get really light scents, they perform really well in my daughter's room. So I want to try it in her room to see if there's a difference. But I also found I had the same experience with showered flowers, which is still in my Scentsy Club. And I find if I leave them sit for a while, then they tend to cure a bit, and I get that smell I'm looking for. So I'm wondering if this is just one of those scents that need curing. If I find after it doesn't work curing or doesn't work in my daughter's room, I probably will delete it out of my club, which is a shame because it's a sweet floral. It's not powdery. It's got a little bit of a fruity note, but a very sweet, pretty floral, and it's my favourite out of probably the whole of that Paradise collection. So the only thing going against it at the moment is that I couldn't really smell it warming. I could smell it in the clam. I could smell it. If anything, what I smelled was just a really light floral coming through, but very barely detectable. So I am going to experiment a little bit more with the next 1 or 2 rounds of Scentsy Club of it coming, and then if performance still does not measure up, then it will get the boot out of my Scentsy Club. So I have one more bar that I warmed this go round, which is still currently going in my room at a very pretty light hum. It was a lot stronger yesterday. And that is next month's scent of the month, Stargazing. My God, this is gorgeous. It is a deeper, darker, woodsy version of Jammy Time. If you love Jammy Time, you will love this. You don't get the lavender note that you get in Jammy Time. You get more of a woodsy, earthy note. And then you get that sweet floral. So I think there's sandalwood in this. There's sandalwood in this that's giving it that earthy note, and then the florals giving it that same kind of Jammy Time vibe that you get from the florals in Jammy Time. But it is such a comforting, gorgeous bedroom scent. And I also went through the little Stargaze sampler that came in this month. whiff box. So this is actually not available for purchase at the moment. It won't be available for purchase till next month. But if you do want to try this, the whiff box, this month's whiff box actually had a sample of it in there. Or the whiff box that I got had a sampler in it. It just depends if they ran out or not, if they change it up with something else. But you will be able to grab this next month and enjoy stargazing next month. So that is what I have been warming per the end of the month and my bring back my bar review. I hope you enjoyed this. There's still till the end of this month that you can pick up the bring back my bars if any of them sound like they appealed to you, and those Paradise Collection bars are still available. Stargazing bar will be available as of next month. So I hope you are all doing well, and now that you have seen my reviews, what have you been warming in Bring Back My Bars? What was your favourite? I still have 6 I've got to go through and try. Some of them I probably won't get to before Bring Back My Bar closes because honestly, some of them to me are summer scents. Raspberry ice to me is something I wouldn't pick up to summer. Mojito Mambo I probably wouldn't pick up to summer, and it's not one that really appeals to me anyway. To me it's mint, fresh mint, and as I've said before, I like sweetness with my things. It's just a little bit too herbal for me. Clementine and cranberry I haven't warmed. Very citrusy. May warm it before the end of the month, may not. Don't know yet, just depends on what mood strikes me. There is a caramel pear crisp I haven't tried yet. And perfectly pomegranate is also one that I may not get around to trying yet. When I smell it, it gives me very much vibes of the strawberry and basil one. It's a very candied pomegranate scent. Doesn't smell like the fruit, so I'm not going to be sure how I enjoyed it. As you can see, I've kind of warmed through what ones I knew I would enjoy the most. If I were to rate those 6 bars, my first one out of being favourite to least favourite, my favourite's obviously crumb top. My second favourite was vanilla ode. My third favourite was caramel sugar cone. And then I had my fourth as blueberry rush, my fifth as pretty and plum, my sixth as apple butter frosting. But I would have thought apple butter frosting would have been high up in 2 to 3 in my preferences, and it may change when I get a fresher bar with Sensi Club, or I'm hoping I get a fresher bar with Sensi Club. So my experience of apple butter frosting may change when I get a bar that has the scents that haven't been destroyed. So that would be my order of favourites based on those 6 scent notes, or 6 bring back my bars, sorry, not 6 scent notes. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to like or subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. If you're looking for a consultant in Region 3 Australia, I will leave my details down below. Or if you just want to have any questions, feel free to comment and ask any questions. Until then, bye for now and stay safe.